Alright, America, we're going to recap because the tape stopped. I don't know where it stopped at as far as if it stopped on the portion sizes of the veggies, the onions, the peppers, and any other thing that comes out the garden. So she likes some bigger bite-sized pieces. I like a more minced cut. And then I was going to share with you my parsley flakes. They're interesting because, let me see if I can get in this shot better for you guys. It's blurred out. Hold up. Let me help y'all out. Hold that up over there on your end so they can see what I'm talking about. Hold it down, son. Hold it up a little bit. Now tip it to, now go back because it's blurry. Yeah, so let me zoom in. Y'all see that? Y'all tell me what that look like to y'all. But hold the bottle up so they can see what it says. Hold it down, so parsley. There we go. Right there. Alright, we're gonna clear that shot up for y'all. That says parsley flakes. Look more like marijuana flakes, but I'm good with that too. Alright, alright. So let me check this shot back up over here. Like I said, this is raw footage, so you guys, it won't really be edited. But I gotta hurry up and get back over here to this stove because this meat is browning. So she'll consider her cutting and telling you the story of how the lasagna will come about.
So, I actually learned how to make lasagna when I was going to Camp Allen in Ohio with Miss Bunsey. We made a breakfast lasagna, and then later that night, the camp directors, they decided let's make the lasagna for dinner. So we made something called like a pizza lasagna, and it was good, you guys. Actually good. So I've been knowing how to cook since I was like maybe, I want to say I was in the kitchen early. So
They're good and pregnant in the kitchen. Age 3. It's like, no, I ain't gonna say. And again, America, the tape did stop briefly. So I accidentally put like a lot of lemon pepper in here. So we'll let you know how lemon pepper seasoning, how that actually turns out. I think it's compensated with the other ingredients.
It's gonna be compensated because these onions about to get in there. I'm not gonna season. Since you over season with the lemon pepper, I'm not gonna put no lemon pepper on the onions.
There it is, a Daffy Cup of America. And now I'm gonna bring the camera over here to you all to show you exactly how far I've actually browned this meat. And we'll be able to put these veggies in because you don't actually want to put vegetables in your ground beef. And I hope you guys can hear me. You don't want to put vegetables in your ground beef when it's raw. You want to wait till it's browned some. So just bear with me, America. Like I said, we're cooking in several spots in the kitchen and 2 people. So I'm going to bring this up and over here a little bit closer for you guys. But as you can see, the meat is browned in some spots and a little pinky in the other spots. So it's a little bit less than halfway cooked to my liking. So I will be adding the veggies in now. And the one thing you guys can't do on camera is smell. It smells great in this kitchen right now. Alright, alright. As you can see the clock on my stove in the distance, that's the wrong time, so please don't try to mark the time off of that. So now, are you ready for me to dump the veggies?
Let me finish the green peppers. And then
you gotta add your meat. So, and I'm cooking on a gas stove at about medium high, which I'm about to back that down in a minute because it's cooking a little too fast. And I usually try to brown my meat until all that oil is gone. But seeing that this meat is going into the oven, I'm gonna pull back on a little bit how far I go on the browning because it can finish cooking. It'll be finished cooking on the stove top, but it will cook more in the oven because it's being baked. So I've slowed down the flame over there because I don't want to get too far ahead of her. And always after you finish browning your meat, you should strain it to get that excess oil off of it. And you know, it really doesn't matter which strainer you use. I actually use this one right here. Let me see if I can get this in the shot better for you guys. So as you can see, it's no big deal about the strainer. Just a plastic strainer. And it's just a plastic strainer. I bought it at the dollar store for $1. Works well. Can I hear you what?
A spoon.
See, she be trying to slave drive me. You know, I try to do my part, her part, your part, everybody's part. And I would strongly suggest, America, when you start cooking in a clean kitchen. Don't cook in no dirty kitchen because it's all hard to deal with. And clean as you go along. It makes your whole experience of cooking a lot better. But I'm going to need them veggies. So just take all of it. Here you go. Look at that. That looks good. That's the garden, baby. That's onions, red, yellow, green, orange peppers, and minced garlic. Can't get no better than that. Just dump it all in there. And blend. And again, this will brown up here on the stove with the ground beef, but when it gets in the oven with the rest of the, you know, the lasagna noodles and everything else, it will brown or cook even more. So you don't want to overdo it because your ground beef is going to continue to cook in that oven. And they'll blend together very, very well. If only you guys could smell this. Now, I will say that I let this meat get a little bit ahead of these vegetables, but it's still okay. No biggie. And when I say I let it get a little ahead of these vegetables, I would have liked to add the vegetables to the browning meat a little bit sooner when it was still a little bit more meat that hadn't been thoroughly cooked. But again, no big deal. Huh?
You can let that simmer for a minute.
Okay, so to combat what I did, she said I can let that simmer.
Because America, your vegetables is actually going to cook in the oven. You know, a lot of people, like she said, would add their vegetables at the middle of it, but I was still cutting. And she had already dropped her meat.
Why are we keeping this?
Because I'm going to use that to put stuff in there, my hair stuff.
This was hair stuff?
It was cheesecake.
Alright, so you keep taking America through it while I clean out this sink some. I can't stand it right now.
Well, after the ground beef and the vegetables, we are going to get a large. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this, per se. We might get a large bowl and mix this up. Because I'm not sure how much sauce I'm actually going to use. Seeing that I'm only going to make one pot of lasagna, one pan of lasagna, because I don't have another pan. Because I was actually going to have my cousin come pick up a pan for her house, but I don't have another pan.
Why can't you? Yes, you do. You got 15,000 pans in the oven.
No, that's not a pan. That's not a lasagna pan. That's a roast pan. But
well, you got that other pan with the top of the
Oh, you actually do got that one, so I might tell Ebony to come get her lasagna. I know damn well we not about to eat both of them.
About to tell you. I have heard the good, man.
Let me call Ebony and see if she thinks you're already. I don't want to waste no food. Usually, and then I have Italian sausage, and usually I have a New Orleans Polish sausage that I put in there, but they didn't have no New Orleans sausages, so I wasn't able to put that in there. But it's going to be a part 2 to this, because this is just something quick.
Yeah, so this actually is our first time taping our series, so it's room for growth, we know. But you got to start somewhere, and what better time to start than now? And this is a process that can be enjoyed by any age person. You know, you can teach your children, they're smaller, school-age kids how to do this. A good time to bond with your family, especially in these times, because family is everything right now. And sometimes family is not defined by your biological setting, it's those who you share your life with. I know here recently, I'm getting a little bit off the script about the meal, because we're kind of in between transitions here, waiting for something to get done. But I know here recently myself, I've had a real serious awakening to what family really means. Some disappointments, some hard knocks, and some revelations, and some changes of venue and people. So always look for the greater good in everything that you do, and a silver lining, and examine your life